Real Ranked number 8, John Carpenter Tier List is going live right now. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Real Ranked. Today we are going to be doing a John Carpenter tier list. So I'm just going to bring in Steven.
Yo, it's good.
And Sam.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm ready for this, dude. I got my Yingling Black and Tan drink to good old Carpenter.
I've got coffee in a Friday the 13th cup. This is for you, John Carpenter.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we love
Pour one out for
some
John Carpenter.
The one of the greats, one of my faves. Ready to talk about him, make a lot of lovely comments, some not so lovely comments, but mostly lovely. Oh yeah, should be good.
All right. I'll go ahead and pull up the tier list. And all right, let's just get into the first film, which is The Ward. So
Okay.
that is not. I
That's
don't
how we're doing
think
this.
there's really an order for this. So
I say get the bad ones out of the way first.
Well, then this one, there's a worse one. We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I don't know if I agree. I don't agree, actually.
I don't think this is. The
I know you don't agree, but we agreed that.
I'll just
Yeah.
say, The Ward. I don't enjoy this movie at all. It's boring as shit. Like technically, it's not John Carpenter's worst movie. Maybe, like, the filmmaking isn't terrible or like, but it's so like generic and bare bones. Like, that's like not what Carpenter's known for. Like his direction is stale. I don't know. The script is so bad, like it's half baked. It's just shit. It's like so contrived. Their characters all suck pretty much. Even though, they're some of them are pretty hot. Like Amber Heard, she's a piece of shit, but she's kind of hot. And like they're wearing 60s clothes, and like that's kind of back in style. Like the outfit she's wearing, I'm like, I feel like people could pull that off today.
Yeah, I was gonna say the movie's set in the 60s.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, the style is kind of like her outfit. I was like, it's 60s, but kind of could work day. I don't know.
she was wearing
What else have you guys
jeans
got to
and
say?
a flannel.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
people wear that shit.
That is not a 60s outfit.
Maybe it is. It's
Who
the movie's
knows?
set in the 60s.
It is.
Maybe it's a sign that they just threw something on. And she wears the same outfit throughout like the whole thing because they give her like one outfit,
Basically.
and then she's like forced to wear it the whole movie. I don't even know. I don't really buy anyone is crazy in this movie either. Like it's hard. It's just like I don't know. They're not very good at selling the crazy. Which, spoiler alert. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
really-
say.
I was like,
Really?
I mean, whenever we're
It's
going to talk
the-
about
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Because,
alert.
yeah.
Because you're totally gonna go watch The Ward, but like they're all the same person.
Yep.
Okay, it's like
Mhm.
Shutter
Yeah.
Island.
spoiler alert for that.
So it's
movie,
like
too.
different personalities. Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
I can.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up that movie because I in my review I'm like another movie
well,
from this.
you don't know. Well, it's not like Shutter Island. I mean, Shutter Island has It's kind of different, actually. It is different. The twist is different in Shutter Island. Shutter Island has a twist, but it's not the exact same as
It's different. Yeah, no, it is different. But
yeah. People compare it a lot. I think it's a good comparison.
They came out the same year.
Yeah. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, one of them is directed by a really old director who's still in his prime, just like beasting and feasting, and then you have the other one who's just like old as shit and decrepit. He's looked like he's 75 since he was 40 years old, like since he was 30 years old. Martin Scorsese did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I like the final jump scare in this movie. It's kind of neat, but it's like too little, too late. I just don't know why this movie exists. I don't know what it was about this movie. John Carpenter was like, "Yeah, I haven't made a movie in 9 years, but hey, you know what? I'll make maybe because it was such an easy script to work around. It kind of feels like a modern horror movie, sort of as well, and like I think part of the charm of Carpenter's films is the older style to them. So, yeah." I've been talking about it a lot, but you guys haven't been jumping in, so I'm just going.
I didn't hate it as much as you. It wasn't good. I'm not going to sit here and say it was good, but like, it wasn't terrible either. I watched it after watching one of my least favorite, actually. No. It was not good. It was kind of basic. Like, I've seen that movie before, probably like at least 3 times. So, but never by John Carpenter.
Who?
Well, that's the thing. John Carpenter, like, he doesn't do like basic generic most of the time. So when he does it, it like pisses me off more, you know.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it is really pretty generic, but I like the. I think there are some pretty creative kills. I think. I guess we already spoiled the guys. Like, do I want to spoil certain kills or?
Yeah, we spoiled the big important thing, so just spoil.
Just spoil it. I don't care.
I think like the.
It's your fault if you haven't seen Carpenter's entire filmography. What are you doing with your life? Come on, it's only 18
you finished
movies.
His filmography like a couple days ago, but okay.
True.
I know. No, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I know.
I don't know if you knew that.
One of the. Okay, no, I'll get to this later. I'm gonna remember what I was gonna say, but later.
Okay. I was talking about one where like Iris gets stabbed in the eye, or like the lobotomy kill, and like I think there's some pretty cool ones.
Oh yeah.
The eye kill was so.
See here.
Okay.
No, it was stupid
because they didn't even show any gore. Okay.
Yeah.
There was and it's not even the fact they didn't show it. It was like once you see her like put the needle down, or it's just like a tiny little bit of red. It's like what? That's all.
Still no blood.
It's just like red water on the needle. It's like, and it's super clean too. I'm like, this movie is so clean. That's the other thing. Like, there's nothing like, there's no grittiness. I don't know. That's all. I don't want to go on too long, I guess. Something like Malignant, though, where it's like so weird, even though it's kind of like this where it's bad and modern and clean, but it gets so weird that I kind of like it. Whereas this movie never gets to that weird level that I want, and so it just becomes bland.
My dad hated Malignant, so...
All right. Yeah.
No, I get that. I don't think it's like a great film, but it's fun. At least the third act is.
But The Ward.
The Ward. Yeah. We got anything else to say? I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. We've got a lot of other movies to talk about.
Where to put it? I mean, I know where you want to put it. I know where you want to put it.
I mean, I'm going to say F. I don't know what you guys think. Are you okay with D, maybe? I think we could settle on a D or an F
I'm
here.
okay with D. Yeah.
I'm okay with D.
Okay, we'll
But
put
there's
it. That's
some F tiers in
Yeah,
here.
there is the for sure.
Yeah.
Even though I know that's your least favorite, like
There might be one other movie I put on F. We'll see.
oh,
Alright.
Yeah. All right.
Let's move on to our next movie, Village of the Damned.
I like it.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I wish it wasn't my last like Carpenter like movie, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's. I kind of saved like the bad ones for last. But oh well. Because I watched all the ones that where I'm like, that looks good or it has a good reputation. And then I
Yeah.
wasn't really pursuing the bad ones until we were like, oh, we're going to make a deals. Because I think I've rewatched all of the movies that I enjoy of his, except for maybe like, well, I think I've rewatched almost all of his like all of his movies I like. I've seen at least twice. So that's, yeah, but yeah, Village of the Damned is, I think creepy kids are creepy. Like, I don't know. I like that the kid. It's kind of a weird thing, but I think it works because you just like see them walking around and like their eyes are just so dead, and it's awesome. It kind of is like The Fog, where it's that community comes together. And it's a little bit longer than The Fog, but I still think The Fog did a better job of like developing the relationships between characters. But you still get a few. Like, I think the one kid in the like the creepy kid cult, his relationship
David,
with like, yeah, like I think, yeah, it's
the one
probably
that
David.
was developing empathy.
He's the one developing
Yes,
empathy.
his
Which is a
relationship
stretch,
with like
but
Christopher Reeve and like the suicidal mom are both like I think both the times he like talked to them, it was nice. I thought it was cool. There's like, it's dark and then it's light. Like there's a cloud that comes over when they're talking. It's almost like kind of a perspective shift. Is like visual. I don't know. I thought that was cool. And then when George Buck Flower dies, like that's cool. The broom just like goes through. Like that's it's fun. I think it's a fun kill.
probably
I like the
best
final
one.
shot.
Stupid character.
The final shot's a bit, yeah. I like the final shot. You know, it's a bit obvious, but yeah, it's still. I think it still implies. You know, it doesn't give you an obvious answer, so it's kind of fun. I really like the score. You know, I mean, that's pretty much every Carpenter movie on here. But like this one, I was shocked at like it was actually. I think like main March of the Children theme or whatever. It's like pretty good. Like it's creepy. It's fun. The like twangy guitar used in the opening is a bit excessive, but I would have liked to see more Mark Hamill as well.
Yeah.
But and we get a car explosion. You know, John Carpenter likes his explosions. Like, you know, he's almost like Michael Bay. You know, a lot of explosions in his movies. So
2 car explosions.
Yeah, I forgot it. There's the opening one too.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of explosions in his movies. And
Yeah.
people don't think about that because when they think Carpenter, they think like, you know, more methodical, like low key.
Building
but really, like, yeah, but like he also is willing to go crazy. So
I mean, this movie had at least 3 explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed how like stupid yet like sincere the visual of like the brick wall and the ocean are. It's like so on the nose, but I kind of love it. And then you see the like close up on Christopher Reeve's face, and he's like, I kind of liked it how stupid it was. So yeah, I guess that's all I got.
I guess I'll go next and say, you know, there's. I think the beginning is. I enjoyed the beginning part, like before, like, but then like after the time jump, I'm just like, oh, so this is where it's going. I don't think the movie does a really good job of building like atmosphere after like they all get like pregnant and all that. And then
Oh, that scene is weird when they're giving birth.
Yeah.
It's creepy, but it's also like weirdly funny.
for sure. Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah, and then the kids are, I don't know, they're not very good actors, so it's hard to be like, oh yeah, they're creepy kids, but like, how scared are you? You know?
Yeah.
And then like,
yeah, I mean, it's not scary.
Yeah.
All kids
When
are
people-
terrifying. What are you talking about?
That's yeah. I mean, sure. But I think some of the deaths is just like they're really goofy, like and repetitive. It's just like, oh, their eyes are gonna glow and then they're gonna die. You know, it's just like I feel, it gets really repetitive and it's just like kind of funny when it happens.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, it's not super suspenseful, which I enjoy from Carpenter movies. So yeah, but I really like the finale. I think the finale it was a good finale. It's just like I think the road to get there wasn't.
It's okay. Spoilers, but like when the cops are shooting each other, that's pretty awesome. I don't know. I think it's a funny visual to be like, yeah, they're all just like turning on each other and like killing each other. It's funny, kind of scary. You know, so. I don't really get scared by movies often, so saying this isn't scary isn't necessarily a bad thing for me. I was surprised by how captivated I was by this, but it still is like. Terms of Carpenter, pretty okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I didn't think that the child actors were particularly bad. They were about, average for a child actor. Like they weren't worse than. I don't know. It was like okay. The movie was okay. I don't have much to say about it. I was kind of bored watching it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I wasn't bored. I think that's why I was surprised I enjoyed it as much as I did. But it's still pretty low tier Carpenter. I think we're all agreeing here. It's probably a C.
Yeah.
I would put it
a C,
but I'm okay with
or Matthew put a D.
Yeah.
I'd say C.
Okay, I guess we'll put it in C. We can
I'm okay
lower
with C,
and C maybe.
Yeah,
is what Matthew said. So
yeah.
Alrighty, cool.
Escape from LA.
Right.
I mean, the basketball scene is probably the best scene in cinematic history.
True. Yeah.
Well, Kurt Russell actually made that shot, so.
And I.
It is an
Kurt Russell is the best part of this movie, though.
Yes, I mean Kurt Russell is always a win. So.
True. Yeah.
It's like everything in this movie is just like a lesser version of what happened in Escape from New York.
Exactly.
And it's like a remake, but worse. Stupider. So then it sucks. Like that's really all I have to say. There's a few moments in here that aren't. I mean, I feel like I don't want to talk too much because I don't want this to go on too long. It's like some stupid, like the teleporter and shit like that. It's like, what the heck is this? Or like, he becomes a hologram, like stupid. Yeah. And then there's like the final standoff, and it like the guitar is so stupid and bad. Like, I don't even know. Like, the score is not good. Like, there's the scene where there's like the cans thrown in the air and then shoots. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the surfer scene, the surfing scene is horrendous. They wasted a lot of people too. Yeah. No, I can get the appeal for that scene because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But like,
did
the effects have to be that bad? Like,
exactly.
It's kind of embarrassing watching it.
They look like they were belonging in a video game. Like,
I'm glad I didn't watch this movie alone. I don't think I could have done it, but like my dad and I just made fun of it the entire time we were watching it because he had already seen it. So he was like, "Hey, I know you watch Escape from New York, so we're gonna watch this." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, my brother and I watched it together, and like we loved Escape from New York, and we watched it, and we're like, we kind of just like once the movie ended, we were like, that wasn't very good, was it? Nope, it wasn't. And that was, so a lot of wasted actors here.
Steve
I guess is the
Buscemi.
last thing I'll say.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi. Kurt
Pam Grier is
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. That's yikes. Oh, I think
So F
Steven.
tier.
I would put it. Yeah, I would put it in F tier. But I think Steven's gone.
I mean, it's not like as bad as some of the other ones, but it's just when you have Escape from New York to compare it to, like, that makes it seem so much worse.
That's true. Yeah. No. Like, I mean, we'll get to Escape from New York later, so I won't say
Yeah.
too much about it. But also, just because it's a John Carpenter tier list, like, or
Exactly.
John
Like, that's
Carpenter,
why I said.
definitely F, right? So.
No.
Yeah, LA could have been much cooler, but
Mhm.
the movie was not good.
His computer froze. How do you fill space?
That's a good question. Yeah. I mean, I think 2Fs. Let's just drag it to F, and then
Yeah,
we'll see.
okay. I mean, I don't
Steven.
think he would oppose to it being an F tier. Like,
Mhm.
he's not
True.
a big Escape from LA fan, as we all know from what he just said.
That's true. Yeah. Steve Buscemi is now one of my top watched actors for this year.
John Carpenter is now my top watched director of all time. So
Yeah, he's
didn't
shown
think
up.
anyone's going to beat Spielberg, but
Yeah. I mean, I'd say a couple days ago, John Carpenter was not on my all-time stats list.
yeah. My whole Halloween 2021 is just John Carpenter. That's all I've watched for this spooky. Well, actually, no. I also watched the Heffalump Halloween movie, but
Hey, nice. Yeah. I have not seen it. I guess I'll have to get to it. I like Winnie
yeah,
the Pooh.
it's you can't miss it.
Gotta plug our animated sequels.
Yeah, we talk about this movie on animated sequels.
I watched a lot of Carpenter, but I also watched I watched some movies for horror remakes that she did last time.
I watched the original
Franchises.
Evil Dead movie for that one.
Horror
Horror
remakes
remakes. That's the only movie I watched.
and horror franchises.
I didn't watch anything for that, but I had already seen Friday the 13th.
That's the only one that matters.
Exactly.
But all right, Steven is back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello.
I think StreamYard doesn't particularly enjoy my computer because oh no, that's the first time it's happened. My computer was charged, so I don't know what happened. I was mostly concerned that my homework didn't save, but it did. So good.
Okay.
I see we put Escape from LA on the F. Okay.
Yeah, do you have any effort?
I mean, I'm okay with it at yeah, we'll put it at F. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever. It's not good. It's not my least favorite, but if you guys want to put it at F, it's fine with me.
Speaking of not good, Ghosts of Mars.
Yeah.
This is my least favorite Carpenter movie.
It's also my least favorite Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
It's not my least favorite, but it's not great. I enjoy it. I think it's like it goes by pretty quick. Maybe the third act goes. The third act is a bit much, but I think it's kind of like it's cut together well, and like the edits together, it doesn't make it feel long. I mean, there's not much that happens. It's kind of vibes, but the blocking and stuff not very good, which is not okay because it's a Carpenter film. Let me see what else I had. I think Natasha Henstridge is not as bad as I expected. And like at least her clothes aren't as tight as Black Widow's are. You know, you don't. It's not just like stuck to her. So that's cool. They did waste Pam Grier in this movie, but the shot of her head on a stake is kind of cool.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Well, we're spoiling. Everything is a spoiler. Yeah. And then Ice Cube is like, looks like he's wearing pajamas. I swear. Those red camo pants, and then the black tank is just like whatever. Statham is a creep in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. True.
But I still think this is a fun movie enough. Like I don't know. I guess my expectations were super low, so I enjoyed it. And it's not supposed to be taken seriously. So I appreciate the fact that like it's aware that it's not supposed to be taken seriously, but it still plays it straight. But yeah, it's nothing great. So.
Well, why were there so many flashbacks?
Yeah, you know, I think that's just
with a flashback, and then like I think the framing device that it goes for, it doesn't usually work, and it doesn't work here. And like there's just like there's a flashback, and then there's another flashback in the flashback, and it's like why is they doing this?
Yeah.
Well, pretty much the entire movie is a flashback, but then there's more flashbacks within the flashbacks within the flashback. I also wasn't a fan of the score, but like,
yeah, it's not great. It's fine. Yeah. I think it's just like okay for a Carpenter score. It's not good, but it's fine. Yeah. And it's not. At least it's not traditional. So I like that about it.
As a Jason Statham fan, I was very disappointed about his character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the fact that him and Natasha Henstridge then kiss, and then like it's like wait, what? Yeah. Like when that happened, I literally laughed because it was so stupid. But I almost feel like that was intentional. Like it's supposed to be really stupid. So, I think there's not much to say about this movie. The villains are not good at all. Like well, I think the design is okay, but it's like their presence isn't really felt particularly well. Because when they do kick her out of what? This is like the happening, you said?
Yes, I did.
You said it's like the happening with the villain, you mean? Or
no, because like the environment said get out. This is just the happening, but more Carpenter.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that, but they turn into zombies instead. So.
Instead of killing themselves.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for the happening, I guess.
Yeah.
But that happens early enough.
I was just thinking about this. I was like, what movie is like Village of the Damned? It's the happening.
They're all those happening.
No, I want to watch the happening again because I kind of feel like it was boring.
I gotta watch it for the first time.
It's myself. Yeah, you know, but we got to do a Shyamalan ranking sometime. So,
yeah. I better be a part of that. I watched way too many of them.
Yeah, they're not all bad. So, Ghosts of Mars tier here. I think
F.
Can we put it on D? Because honestly, I think it's a low C, high D. Like, let's put it on D. I don't want to put it. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's a low C.
No,
but if you guys
I disagree.
Or a D,
I guess I assume you would have put the word in F, right?
I put the word at F. So
okay, if the word can be at D, I can accept Ghost of Mars at D.
We can put it below the ward.
It should be under the
and
ward.
Above escape. We can put it below the ward. I guess. Maybe. I mean, you could put it on F. Just don't put it below Escape from LA.
What is the worst?
But I don't think that. So
I know.
We can look at the rest. if you want it, we can. I guess because you guys feel so strongly about it, we'll put it at F, but
Yeah,
put it
no.
above Escape from LA. We're good.
That works.
Yeah. Okay.
Vampires.
Yeah, vampires.
Vampires score good.
Yeah, dude, that opening scene is
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's so good. Um, I think this movie is super watchable. Some great lines, like just so trashy. The theme music is great. The Montoya's music, his theme is like pretty good. Like there's the whole the truck when he's venting to Padre in the truck. He's like, "This ain't your. You throw garlic at him, yeah, you're gonna get fucked up anyway." And then he's like, and then he fights him, and he's like, "Yeah, back there, Padre, to give you a little wood, a little mahogany." It's like it's so dumb.
And then
but
at
I
the
love
end, when
yeah,
Ebony.
yeah, the end when they're about to go kick some vampire ass. Yeah. And Cheryl Lee's in it. Like, love Cheryl Lee, great actress.
She's
not a ton to do here, but I mean,
actor in the
she's
movie.
good. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if she gives the best performance just because she doesn't have very much to do. But Cheryl Lee is probably the best actress out of the cast. Just because she's so good in Twin Peaks.
I haven't seen Twin Peaks.
Yeah, you should.
I know.
Yeah, get on it. It's amazing.
When I went to watch this movie, I put the DVD in, got to the title screen, went to press play, and then suddenly, everyone was texting me, asking me to do stuff for them. So I was just kind of vibing to the title screen music while I answered all these messages. And
yeah, well, those opening shots are beautiful. But it's they got the Western setting.
Yeah.
I also think Village of the Damned has some pretty opening shots, which is landscapes as well. But yeah, Vampires, really fun movie, kicks a lot of ass. James Woods I think he's no Kurt Russell, but I think he does a good enough job. You can tell he's having fun, and that goes a long way. And I mean, it just feels like a movie that everyone that was involved with it was just having a good time making some good trash. And it's really watchable. I could literally watch this movie any day and have fun with it. So, and yeah, I like the shot of Montoya, Jack Crow, and Cheryl Lee's character. I forget her name. They're on the road, and you
Katrina?
just see,
Katrina.
Katrina. And they're dragging her along, and it's just they all look so beaten and dead. It's great. I think the biggest flaw with this movie is the script, particularly the last third of it is just so contrived, and it's just plot twist, and it's
but
you
the
don't
motel
care
scene was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The motel scene was great.
Yeah, it's just oh yeah, dude, and then what's that character actor's name? Is it? It's the three. He has the three names. He goes by his middle name. Yeah. I think his small part in it. I think he did a good job. Also, the way he dies is just great.
I think the character is just really great in the movie. I think.
Yeah. Mark Boone Jr. Yeah. So where we
that being said, I would still put it in C tier.
Yeah, I can settle for C
as well. Yeah, I put in C.
But above Village of the Damned. Above Village of the Damned.
Here's the thing I ran into. I was debating. I was it's C compared to the other movies, but then I was but I really enjoy it, and I like it more than I definitely like it more than Village of the Damned. So I feel there's enough difference there where I have to put it in B, but
I
can
mean,
settle
there
for
could definitely
C.
be an argument for B, but I
think
this is very rewatchable trash fun. Yeah.
Starman, second best Carpenter movie, great movie, love it.
It's great. I would agree. The only reason why when we put it on the tier list, I put it so low is just because there are so many great movies on this list. It's still very awesome. It's atypical of Carpenter. It's very sweet.
Hmm.
And
Like,
the
it's not like his
score
other
gives me
movies,
chills.
but it still feels like a Carpenter movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has his direction. His
I know, but there's
signature
movies
direction
on
and
here that
stuff.
don't feel like Carpenter. So.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very good. Yeah, the quote I wrote down is the "Shall I tell you what I find beautiful about you?" That's just, it's nice. It's very nice. Jeff Bridges is amazing here,
Yeah.
and the fact
Oscar
that
nominated.
it's the only John Carpenter feature film that ever got an Oscar nomination is just. I'm glad that one got one, but like it's a crime that he never even got like visual effects for
I know. Yeah.
any
Yeah,
of his movies. Like what? That's stupid. And I mean, you know, fortunately, he wasn't exactly the most popular director in his time, even though he was churning out masterpieces.
True,
like
yeah.
it was nobody's business in the 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of them bombed. So.
Yeah. Starman made money though. I think it was decent enough. I mean, you know, it has enough appeal to it.
Yeah.
I like this one quite a bit.
Yeah, I like this one.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's got those signature helicopter shots of a Carpenter film. I think the ending is pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's very good. Very good script as well. The way it's structured and stuff. It's the longest John Carpenter movie though, which is weird because it's under 2 hours. But,
it doesn't feel like it though. You know, it's just a good time. Really charming fish out of water story. Karen Allen's great.
I think my favorite scene is just like everything within the diner is just wonderful. Like from when they get there to when they leave, and it's got explosions. Like all of his movies have explosions. I swear it's just that his style is so low key. Like you don't realize how flashy he actually is, or how stylish he is. He's very stylish, just low key, and like and that final shot, the red and all of it's also nice. And then you get the close up of Karen Allen. There's a lot of great close ups in this one.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely the best Karen Allen movie I've seen.
I'll take that. It's a good movie.
Yeah. That's not a bad take.
It's not a bad take. It's just a weird one. It's not bad though.
It's a good take, actually. S tier.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'd put it on B.
I would put it in A, just based on how this tier is performing.
Okay, well, we haven't talked about any of the good ones yet.
We're talking about one of the good ones right now.
I know, but I'm saying there are a lot more good ones to come. That's why the tier list looks so bad right now.
I know, but there's only one that's better than this one. And everyone already knows what it is.
We'll put it on A. We'll put it A because obviously Sam loves it so much that gives it a big boost. So, yeah, A for yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Prince
Let's
of
go to Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
Green Goose cinematic.
S tier for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree that it's S tier. I think I have this like number 3 on my Carpenter ranking.
Yeah, I think I have it number 3. It's hard. My top 3 is pretty it's all pretty close, but I guess the reason for me putting this at number 3 is because of personal connection for one of them and just like the iconic status of the other one. So, but yeah, this movie is awesome. Rewatch is very beneficial. First time I watched this, I would not have put it in my top 3, but I think it's just got some of the best atmosphere in a movie like ever.
Yeah,
and it's deceptively simple. Because I was kind of like trying to figure out the plot and stuff first time I watched it. Then you realize, it's just
very ambiguous.
God it's like the devil is coming through the science look out, and then Alice Cooper and his gang are there to fuck things up. There's just so many good effects, like the bugs on the guy. The line of you will not be saved by the Holy Ghost. You will not be saved by the god plutonium. In fact, you will not be saved at all. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. And the opening credits are awesome. It like adds to the atmosphere. It's just like 10 minutes of credits. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, no, I was surprised that the credits kept going. I was like, oh.
There's so much good effects work here. The mirror at the end is just like god tier work. Yeah, that's. I could talk about this one for a long time, but we're already going on super long, so I don't want to. Yeah, it's great. Very creative, great utilization of low budget stuff. The flash forward, flashback, present time scene, whatever it is. Again, ambiguous, but. It's it's pretty great, that scene that keeps recurring. Also the ending, what an ending. Talk about an ending. And there's a lot of really creepy screaming in this movie, and just like
and like the creepy dream.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the flash forward thing.
Yeah,
the dream. It's a dream. That was the word.
I mean, it would be a flash forward.
Yeah, it's like flash forward, but also it could have taken
like
place
1999.
Well, because it's 1999. The movie came out before 99, but I don't know if the movie was set in like.
No, I think it's present day. I forgot that it was 1999. Okay. That's cool. So it's actually Y2K. That's what was going to happen. That's what everyone thought was going to happen. The Prince of Darkness was going to come into the world.
I think Prince of Darkness has one of Carpenter's best scores.
Oh, we didn't even talk about. I mean, they almost all of them have great scores, but yeah, this one's great. Absolutely.
I said it in my review, and I'm going to say it here too. They should have used Carpenter ants instead of worker ants.
I know.
Come on.
True. Yeah.
Come on. Like, they don't have any issues with referencing Carpenter because he did it in another movie. So.
Really?
Yeah. When, okay. Spoiler alert for future movie, but in The Mouth of Madness, when he's like, the Carpenters, because a song starts playing.
Oh, I thought you meant this.
I was like, I haven't watched that one yet.
I know, but like that's not like a big. That's not a big spoiler for that movie.
Yeah, it's not. That's funny. Huh. That movie is very meta, but we'll get there. Yeah. Prince of Darkness S tier. There's great S. Let's go. And then what I was gonna say,
Christine.
It's okay. Okay, Christine, another fantastic score.
My favorite girl boss. I'm sorry.
Sure. Don't use meme culture words on me. It offends me.
Yeah.
This is a very great character study. Like, it's not really even about Christine. Christine is more the presence of evil, I guess.
Yeah.
And the characters are very well fleshed out. Like, you have this bully or this jock, but he's not like a jerk like a lot of 80s cliches. Like, he's actually like a human being, because like most people aren't just like, not every football player is an asshole most of the time. They're not. So it's like, it's good. I think the final fight's maybe a little too long, but it's so cool. Like, who cares really?
It's cool. It's insane. Yeah.
And B tier.
Yeah, I'd put it at B as well. Harry Dean Stanton is here.
Yes.
Yeah, Harry Dean Stanton.
He's great.
I love Harry Dean. Not the last time we'll mention Harry Dean, but yeah.
The effects look great as usual. I think Christine rebuilt.
The show me scene when he's like, show me. And then,
watching Christine fix yourself. It's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then when she goes on her killing spree against all the bullies,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
creepy
Mhm.
and awesome. Mainly because the score is so good. Yeah. This is
Yep.
probably my favorite John Carpenter movie that I've only seen once. So,
Wow.
It's good.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the issue. Like, this is B tier Carpenter, but it's like
Yeah.
at least an A tier movie.
I-
Maybe.
I would probably put it here, but I think
We got to go on the Carpenter scale. So,
yeah, that's true.
okay.
They live.
Another
I remember like
great
my
one.
dad talking about this movie a lot when I was a kid. He'd always be like, "Oh yeah, there's this movie where like if you put on the glasses, you can see all like the creatures."
Subliminal messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't really like. I didn't know what he was talking about because I hadn't seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got recommended to me by Stephen also, so I was like, I'll watch it now.
Yeah.
2 people saying I should watch it. Let's go. And it's a Carpenter movie because I did not know who Carpenter was at that time, but
Yeah.
like when my dad was recommending it. The fight scene, the 5-minute fight
Yeah,
scene,
that was great.
Fantastic. One of the best
great.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie's pretty funny too.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
such a fun
A lot of
movie.
great one-liners. They all come pretty quick, but
It's
I
a
mean,
classic line.
I have
you know?
come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and
Yeah.
I'm all out of bubblegum. And then
That's
the
probably-
screams, the reaction of the people is what sells it so much. Like, it's so good. They're all
The
like
bubblegum
flipping
line
out,
is one of
and then
my
you just hear the gunshots. It's so good.
Yeah, the bubblegum line is one of my dad's most quoted movie lines. So.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's like one of the best lines
It's
ever
great. Yeah.
in a movie. So apparently, it was Roddy Piper came up with the line when he was in the WWE, and
Sounds about right.
and so like it was just an unused line, and then he like mentioned it to John, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, you can say that," and so they put it in there. Yeah, that's great.
That's great because the WWE scripts are so bad, but they had that one line so unused.
Yeah. It does. I think this one does maybe go on for a little too long. Even it's short, but it. I don't know. Maybe I just need to watch it again because there's not really anything I can pinpoint that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think the premise is not. In some ways, doesn't support a feature film. It's a little stretched too thin, just a bit, and you either would have to play it out a bit slower or a bit faster in like a short film, I think.
Yeah.
And like, because then you get a lot of plot points that are just kind of like, okay, here, and then like you get to the end and it's like, oh, we're already in a space and there's these teleportation devices to another planet and here's this like underground network. Like, it all kind of comes pretty quick once it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of lose it just a bit. I also appreciate how our protagonist goes out. He actually does die. That's cool. So
Yeah, the ending is really great, I think.
Mm-hmm.
that final line, "Hey, honey, what's wrong?" Cuts. Great. Perfection.
I would put it in A tier, but like, I know that people probably won't agree. So
I would put it in A.
Yeah, it's. See, I love this movie, but I feel like I
But
have to say B just because I like other ones more.
yeah,
But I can accept an A here. Like, it's fine.
but
I
below
do.
Starman.
I think I like Starman more.
I like
Yes.
Below
Starman more.
Starman.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
you know, I
we
like
all agree on
Starman
that.
more.
Well, I wasn't. Yeah, no, we all put it below Starman. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Big
Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you guys aren't as big on this one, I think, as I am.
Yeah.
I yeah, that's the thing with another thing with They Live. I haven't seen it in like almost in about a year,
That's
which
no.
is kind of which is kind of different from the rest. A lot of these other movies I've watched this year. In fact, I've watched a John Carpenter movie every month this year, at least one every month. So like they're all pretty fresh in my mind. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. I was just gonna say because like this one is more fresh in my mind, so that's why I like it so much. I'd have to like watch more of them close together just to be sure. But yeah, this one I really enjoy it. Great script, very self-aware, very well paced. Jack Burton is an all-timer because you got Kurt Russell, but like it's so good. It's hilarious. He's a doofus. It's awesome. He wants his pork chop express. One of the best like deaths in a movie ever. The stupid one where that guy explodes. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Explosion.
Yeah, explosion. I'm telling you, John Carpenter loves his explosions. Let's see, where's my notes on this? Oh, here we go. Yeah. His most well-paced movie not called The Thing is what I said in my notes. A fantastic third act and very rewatchable as well. The fact that Jack Burton gets like a rock on his head at like the beginning of the final fight and he just like is out for the count and then he gets the kiss and like it's just just so good. Yeah, it's very fun. I can't really think of too many issues I have with it, and even like the little things all get payoffs, like the knife fight, the knife throw at the beginning, like that has a payoff, and the fact that it's like the villain needs girls with green eyes, like what kind of plot point? It's so good, it's amazing. It just
I have it in my notes. It's nonsensical, but it was a fun time. So
yeah.
This is another one I watched with my dad. He got really excited when I told him I bought the Blu-ray, and so when I was home for the summer, he was like, "Let's watch it. Like I haven't seen this movie in so long. I want to watch it again." So I was like, "I mean, yeah, of course." He's a big Carpenter fan, also. Like I've been talking to him about every Carpenter movie I've been watching because I've watched them.
Yes.
Yeah, he was excited about like me watching them.
Did you tell him you were going to do a ranking?
I didn't.
Oh.
I haven't told him this channel, so.
Oh,
he's
dude!
not in the live chat right now.
Why isn't he in the live chat telling us how stupid we all are and immature and young?
How wrong we are.
Yes, thank you, Colin.
Albert was
Nah.
I think Carpenter is better.
You know what? You can do that. I won't be there because I've only seen.
Well, no, he is talking about like doing
10
this week. When the die comes out.
Yeah, we can do that next week. What? I don't care. You know, right now we're here for Carpenter. If you don't like that,
I'm always here for Carpenter.
Screw you. What? Like he's literally one of the most watchable. Like these movies are classics. I don't know what else to tell you.
But I think I need to rewatch Big Trouble in Little China because like I liked it, but
I think
I wasn't expecting it to be a comedy, so I went in with like the run expectations, and then I knew about the sorcery stuff, but
I guess I don't know if I knew how comedic it was going to be. I had this movie on like digitally for the longest time. It like came with Ultraviolet when we got it. It was just a free movie we got, and I remember seeing the cover and being like, "This movie looks stupid and dumb," and I was stupid and dumb. It's funny. I feel like a lot of these movies on here I wouldn't have liked if I watched them like 5 or 6 years ago, but I watched them at the right time. So like now, so we'll get into it later with another movie. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. S. I'd say S. Yeah, S. I go with S here. Maybe.
I mean, this is one of those movies where I was like, I'll just buy the $7 Blu-ray because I know that it'll be worth it, even if I don't like it. So, But I
Mhm.
initially gave it 4 stars, and I was like, no, I'm feeling more 3.5. And of course,
Yeah, that's too bad.
you know. But I need to rewatch it because I think that it could be 4 stars. I just have to watch it again.
It could be,
That's
but
okay.
just not knowing like what kind of movie it is now. Okay, I'll probably
But I would,
look more.
I'd put it in B tier.
You
That's
guys
where I would
both put
put
it
it.
on B.
Yeah.
I can accept an A. I think I would definitely put it above Starman and They Live though.
I would put it under
So
them, obviously.
maybe. I mean, like that's hard. Okay,
I
you guys
know.
both want it below them.
I would put it
Here's the
between
thing though.
Starman
I'm
and
not.
They
I
Live.
don't get mad if you like put it below either of those movies because both those movies also rock.
I
So
mean, I could put it like between
I'm
Starman
okay with
and
putting an
They
Yeah.
H
Live.
there, but I don't know
yeah,
if
we can sort later, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. All
But
right.
if we sort now, we don't have to sort later.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put it above They Live. We can put it above They
yeah.
Live because Sam said she would as well. That works. Oh, there we go.
There
Okay.
we go. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. This is the one that I said I would come back and say what I was going to say earlier. I was going through the list that this movie was on, and one of the lists was movies that people only watch to finish a director's filmography.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
This was the last John Carpenter movie theatrically released I needed to watch.
Like,
And
yeah.
that's...
They were right.
Yeah, I think you could put quite a few of these. Well, you could put at least like 3 of these movies on here. Like, I think this, The Board, and Ghosts of Mars are probably like the 3. And Village of the Damned, I think you could put on there as well. I think all the other ones, like, still kind of people would seek out, but maybe Dark Star as well.
Yeah, I think that all of them that you hadn't seen yet are ones that you could put on.
Yeah, basically, except basically all the ones I hadn't seen yet were like ones that I only watch now to finish the filmography. So
yeah. It didn't feel like a Carpenter movie.
Oh no, it doesn't feel like a Carpenter movie for sure.
I mean,
and it's sturdy. Like, it's not bad, but it is so bland. Sci-fi noir is a weird combination because it's kind of like the way it's structured is like a film noir, and it's weird. But the train scene was a bit Hitchcockian, So
I wasn't
noir,
expecting Chevy Chase too, so that was.
Oh yeah, true.
Like, I remember when I was talking to Matthew about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is definitely not a horror movie. And he was like, even though it's The Invisible Man, I was like, Chevy Chase is the star of this movie. Like, it is not a horror movie.
Yeah, it was.
I guess I knew going in it wasn't, but
I mean, I didn't know anything about it going in. I didn't even look at the cast list, so because it's not like immediately apparent that it's Chevy Chase on the cover. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know. I think this is a fun movie, even though it's like it's not a Carpenter movie really, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I think visually it looks really good.
It
like how
it does have his classic
person
way
and like,
it.
Yeah.
The score though is like the least John Carpenter score out of all of his movies,
for sure.
The biggest thing it has going for it is Sam Neill.
Yeah, his character sucks though. I don't. His motivations are so unclear.
Yeah, his motivation.
Like, we really don't know why he wants the Invisible Man so bad. Like, it's just kind of implied he's using him for bad reasons, but like, it's
like
weird.
At first it's like, oh, does he want him because he doesn't want people to know about him? But then people do know about him. But Sam Neill.
Yeah, well, and Sam Neill would have been a better lead for this movie anyway.
Oh, yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah, and then the ending, like when he's holding his clothes or whatever, it's like they could have played it for suspense if they just didn't show him. They didn't show Chevy Chase, and then like you think, oh, and then you're like, oh no, he actually didn't. But at the same time, like, it is supposed to be lighter tone by then.
Yeah.
So I kind of like you might as well play it for because it's predictable. Like, oh, he's not really gonna die. But,
The partially invisible building was kind of cool.
That was cool.
yeah.
Effects.
The effects in this movie hold up very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Effects are very good.
Like when it's raining on Chevy Chase, and
Yeah.
like, you have like a bit of an outline, which is
Yeah. I don't really buy the relationship between him and Daryl Hannah.
the romance
though.
is done, but it's not very good.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd put it in D too.
Yeah,
I would put in C.
I guess.
Put it
We'll put it in D above
Wait, where would you put
the Ward. I'd put it in D.
Okay.
Matthew said C.
Yeah.
Put it in D above the Ward. I think we all agree it's worse than Village of the Damned. Or no, Matthew doesn't. Never mind.
I feel like
Whatever.
it's not terrible. It's just that it's like
No,
a Carpenter movie.
It's so
not-
well. Again, it's kind of like the Ward, but a little less offensive for me. Is that it's just so bland. And I'm like, as a movie, it's not a failure, but as a Carpenter movie, it's a failure.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like if it weren't Carpenter, I think I would have liked it more because it just doesn't feel like a Carpenter movie. But it's just
I don't know if I would have liked it more though, just because like it. I find Carpenter's films appealing, and this is just like a random studio movie from the 90s that isn't very good anyway.
I mean, I wouldn't have
Like, it's
watched it if
fine.
it wasn't Carpenter.
Exactly. So, yeah, D is a good spot.
I think it would have been cool if it explored like the existentialism of forever being invisible. Like I think that would have been a really good movie.
Didn't really delve into
But it didn't go into that.
the psychology enough.
I mean, it was a comedy, so
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But just because like how some other Carpenter movies like do deal with like more existentialist kind of ideas,
Mhm.
it would have been cool to
Well, speaking of existential ideas, in
And
the
Sam
mouth
Neill.
of madness, yeah.
Perfect.
Talk about existential, dude.
Talk
In
about
the
a
Mouth of
better
Madness.
Sam Neill, John Carpenter movie.
What a great movie.
That's a fun.
Yeah, Sam Neill's the man. It's very
Trying to
surreal.
figure out how to talk about it without spoiling it.
Hey, I'll say this: the main character, one of the like girl that he goes on the mission with. Yeah, her name is Styles. Like that's cool. He calls her Styles. It's like, but it's you got Stephen King, you got H.P. Lovecraft. Put it together, you get Stutter Kane. It's a pretty cool concept for a movie. Very meta commentary.
Unfortunately, I already knew
stuff.
I already knew I guess the twist because I had read the Wikipedia for.
I didn't know there was a. But I'll mute myself.
I guess there's
a guys, and then you guys can talk about spoilers and let me know when to come back.
Okay.
I guess that works. I don't know. There's not a whole lot. I'll let you know if I'm gonna spoil anything. We get Hayden Christensen in here. He shows up.
Yeah, we do.
I guess it's the closest John Carpenter's come to feeling like David Lynch.
Yeah, I would.
There's with the repeated there's a scene. I
the
guess
biker.
This is kind of a spoiler. Yeah, and then how he keeps seeing things over and over again on the road.
No.
Wait, I haven't seen. Is it
Prince
actually
of Darkness
that
is
good?
good.
Of course it is, Colin. It's a classic of horror. Yeah.
And it's on Peacock now.
It's the top 3 Prince of Darkness for me.
Stream Prince of Darkness on Peacock.
Yeah. Also, well, he actually owns the 4K.
Oh,
He told me this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Colin owns way too many
now.
movies he hasn't seen. Well, way too many good movies he hasn't seen. But I own quite a few movies I haven't seen either. So, but the fact that it's John Carpenter, get on it, man. The final shot. I don't know if
he's Starman either. So
oh wow.
Watch Starman.
I don't know if he owns it though. But
I own it. Yeah, you can borrow my copy. Colin, if you're still watching, you can borrow my copy of Starman.
Yeah. Okay. Also, the final shot in this movie, sick, super sick. And then everything that takes place in the church is just everything that takes place in the town is amazing in this. So
yeah, the town is cool.
yeah,
Literally just said you could borrow my copy of Starman, but okay.
yeah. We both. So, yeah, the town is very cool. There's like I'll just say the relationship between
I'm sorry.
sorry for your loss. The relationship between the old woman and her old husband,
Yes.
very interesting. Also, some really good effects here. So, yeah,
Would read
great one.
Sutter Kane's books if he was real.
Do you read Stutter Kane?
No, I don't read.
Oh, there's
I don't have time to read.
I love like how the repeated viewing of that alley is also pretty cool.
That is cool.
Like how it changes and stuff. Yeah, it's great. Good stuff.
Sam Neill is great in this movie, of course.
Yeah. I definitely would put this at A tier.
Yeah. Me
It's
too.
an A for sure.
Above They Live or below They Live?
Above
Okay.
They Live.
Yeah.
I can put it there for now. All right.
I mean,
Cool.
where would you put it? Above or below?
Well, I'd put it above Starman, but below Big Trouble. So it's like fine right there.
Okay. I'm the one keeping Starman up that.
Oh, it's okay.
It's a good movie.
It's
so I don't.
Well,
mind it.
and
I
the
mean,
thing
yeah,
is, like, literally everything from B up, it's like you can put it wherever you want. Honestly, it's not a huge deal. But, yeah, okay. Let's go to Escape from New York because
F tier, worst Carpenter. Just kidding.
yeah,
Tabby.
you better not.
All right, gotta kick you out, Sam. Sorry.
Abby.
This
F
is the
tier
movie
below
that
Escape from LA.
this is the movie that made me realize, oh, John Carpenter fucking owns. I had seen Halloween. I had seen Halloween before, and I liked it, but I really didn't think much of it besides it's a good horror movie. I can see why it's a classic. And then I didn't watch another John Carpenter movie until COVID time.
Wow.
And then I saw Escape from New York, and I was like, ooh, this
Wait,
movie
you watched
rocks.
Escape from New York for the first time during COVID?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just assumed you had like seen it forever ago.
Nah. Most of my favorite like movies and directors I didn't really watch until like within the past 3 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure a majority of the movies on my favorites list I've watched in the past, like since I started logging things on Letterboxd.
Even the past 2 years, like 2 years or 1 year, like I mean, I hadn't seen a Michael Mann film until last summer. Wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch Heat until July last year. So.
I guess. I didn't watch
Crazy.
PTA until 2018, I think. So.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I saw There Will Be Blood a while ago, so
I don't know if I've seen any PTA.
crazy. But you have seen every
you should
John
do it
Carpenter
before
film.
I
Licorice
and
have
that's
seen every
cooler.
Carpenter movie.
You should watch them
and
before Licorice Pizza comes out.
okay, I'll watch at least one before Licorice Pizza. But Escape from New York was my second Carpenter.
The same.
I think.
It was my second Carpenter because I watched Halloween and then I watched this.
Wait.
I actually think that I watched.
Never
There was
mind.
3 that I watched in 2020, and then all the rest of them I watched in 2021. So
This
Okay.
is-
for the
I actually have to double check which
yeah,
when I watched this one because
big fan of Cabby.
Cabby's-
Yeah, Ernest Borgnine,
Borgnine.
baby. Mermaid Man himself.
Yep.
And then, yeah, this is just another great atmospheric piece. The lighting, God tier. Bunch of really cool details just like throughout. A lot of just like really great blocking and staging.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's coming to New York, and then you got your Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's very subversive movie as well, like because it's I guess people go into it thinking it's an action movie and like it has
That's what I thought.
action in it,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more about just the atmosphere and like the character interactions.
That's exactly
This-
why I liked the movie. I was expecting a lot of action. Then there wasn't a lot of action, but I just loved the mood. Like just the whole tone of the movie, I really enjoyed.
And I mean, Snake Plissken, great
Yeah,
character.
Plissken's really cool.
One of the greatest ever. Yeah, of course. Very influential.
Influential to your Discord profile picture.
Yeah, well, he's influenced Solid Snake's Metal Gear Solid, and then he also is influenced by Clint Eastwood. So you get the whole.
When I saw the shot that is your Discord profile picture, it was like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood pointing meme. I was like, hey, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio point.
What? Okay.
Oh. You don't know what meme I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one where he's sitting.
Okay.
And...
Yeah.
He was like pointing. No, I was like.
Wait, you're saying that was someone's Discord profile?
No, your Discord profile is Snake Plissken, and when I saw that shot of him, it was like me. I was like that meme because I was like, hey, I've seen that shot before.
Okay, I get it now. I was confused by what you meant. Yeah, but it's very subversive. Like, there's a lot of things you just like, it's like there's the Kurt Russell's ex-wife shows up and like, oh, it's a love interest, and then she gets destroyed by all the prisoners, and like they're like zombies. It's like a zombie scene. It's great.
Yeah.
And then, it's funny because you have that. She dies, and then Adrienne Barbeau dies as well, and she's also John Carpenter's ex-wife. So both of their ex-wives die in this movie.
This is the first movie where I noticed her because like she's starred in Carpenter movies.
Yeah. A lot of great cast members though.
Yeah, Harry Dean Stanton.
Yes, as the Brain. Then you got Ernest Borgnine. Donald Pleasance is here. Yeah, Isaac Hayes as the Duke of New York.
Yeah.
Lee Von Cleef. I mean, another Good, the Bad, and the Ugly reference. Yeah.
Yes, awesome. Lee Von Cleef is a Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I mean, it low key is though. Like,
I know, yeah.
They're trying to, because he's, yeah.
Yeah.
And then talking about atmosphere, subversiveness, and like the final stand on the bridge, highway, whatever it is also like pretty cool because it like the music that plays is like it's not this like pump you up music. It's like still the vibe of the movie. It's great.
Another great score. I mean,
yeah.
The
theme is just perfect. That opening is like kind of hokey, but it's fun. Where it's just the map of New York and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I would put this in A tier, but I can accept that it'll probably be an S tier.
It's an S. It's definitely an S.
Well,
put it up the highest. I'm gonna put it above Prince of Darkness just because it has a bit more emotional
because I know
connection.
that my favorite Carpenter will be the top one. So.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. We all
okay.
Yeah, no, and
there's gonna be no argument.
The final shot of this movie. Then I just want to say some of the best interaction between characters is in this movie when he's talking in the first time he meets Bob Halk, Lee Von Cleef's character, and he's like, "President of what?" He's like, "That's not funny, Pliskin." He's like, "Call me Snake." And then later on at the end of the movie, he's like, "We make one hell of a team, Snake." He's like, "The name's Pliskin." It's like, it's great. It's awesome because he's just like, "Yeah, fuck you. I'm just gonna tell you fuck off every time I see you." And then he just rips the cassette apart. It's like, it's so good.
Yeah. He does the same thing in Escape from LA. Just it's not
as good.
Yeah, well, yeah, we talked about that already. Don't need to beat a dead horse.
Sometimes it's just like I didn't want to say too much in Escape from LA just because like there's more I want to touch on in Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like because it's so similar. It's like.
Yeah, it is very similar. That's another reason why I don't like Escape from LA because it's just like, what if Escape from New York was bad?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty.
All right.
Cool. What's next up?
The Fog.
Fog, yeah, this one's
That's a
awesome
good
too.
one.
Very atmospheric. Probably the
Very
most
atmospheric.
might be the like my favorite looking Carpenter. Like Dean
Yeah.
Cundy's just like fucking nailing it with the lighting and the fog, and there's just such good atmosphere. And it's only 80 minutes.
Yep.
And you still get enough from the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they don't feel underdeveloped. But I mean, everything's about the atmosphere in the town and
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
like that. And like you
And the
get
fog,
just enough backstory. I think the fact that it starts out with the campfire story really,
yeah.
helps
Yeah.
that too. And then John Carpenter's cameo is pretty great here too.
Yeah.
The
no, I
ghost
think
pirates have really good design.
they do.
The
They
Ghost
look.
Pirates are cool.
I think the score is very chilling. I think the score adds a lot to that
Of course.
too. So.
Although
It's-
when
yeah,
Jamie Lee
very
Curtis's character just like got into some random man's truck, I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
good. Yeah, and then she slept with him.
I know. I was like, what?
I think
That's
she
like
was
the
like
number one no in being a woman 101, but okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think. Well, she seemed like the type of person that was just like hitchhiking across. Like she didn't have
I mean,
anywhere
yeah,
to
because
go.
she had done it multiple times before. Well,
Yeah.
and hitchhiked, not like slept with the person she got in the car.
Yeah.
As far as
Oh
we
yeah,
know.
that's what.
But-
Yeah. And then Jamie Lee Curtis's mom is here too.
Janet Leigh, yeah. Janet Leigh's great. Adrienne Barbeau is really good as the radio DJ.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Stevie Wayne. Yeah. Oh, and then another great cut to the credits. That's one of the great things. Like, I mean, Carpenter knows how to finish off a movie.
Yeah, the ending. Yeah, for sure.
The ending where it's just like the final shot, you just get, and then you cut right to the music. It's good. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, because, it gives you that false sense of security just for a bit. But it doesn't feel like, oh, it's disappointing. It's kind of satisfying just because you it's like, oh, you kind of did have it coming, even though you kind of liked him anyway. But yeah, that ending is very much a Western, the siege.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's a lot like Rio Bravo or the Outlaw Josie Wales, just like any Western. I mean, all these have Western influences.
Yeah.
I know. There's definitely another one that's like influenced by Rio Bravo.
Oh yeah. Yes, we all know that one. But yeah, I guess I'm thinking of the Outlaw Josie Wales in particular. The way the fog looks is very. But that movie came out pretty close to this one, so I don't know if it necessarily influenced it. Like I think Josie Wales is like 76. This is like 80. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it just reminds me because it's like a group of people stuck in this thing and they have to like board up the windows and like there's people coming.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not like that hasn't been seen before. It just made me think. I'd put it this at A for
I
sure.
would also put it in A.
I'd probably put it
between Big Trouble and In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah. I can accept that. It's the fact it's like Starman is just screwing up my A's, but
see, I would put it
like,
above Big Trouble in Little China, but I'm just gonna like accept that you probably would.
Yeah, it's weird because I mean, if you guys both like it more than Big Trouble, I don't know.
I do like it more than Big Trouble, so but I haven't seen enough of
Yeah,
like in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. Like I love all those movies. It's really hard to put one above the other. We'll just leave it there for now. Let's go on to the iconic one.
All right, yeah.
Next time.
This is
Halloween, good Halloween movie. Not like the best Carpenter movie. It's not bad, but not the best.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near my favorite either, but it is. I've grown to appreciate it. Third viewing, I was like, yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say other than it's classic. Like there are flaws. I mean, most of these movies have some flaws. I guess with Halloween, it's easier to pick it apart just because it is so iconic. Sometimes with iconic movies, you like look for the flaws because you don't want to be just like following the crowd. But the opening just is amazing. The first time I watched it, I don't know if I knew. I don't know if I did. Maybe I did know if like the twist is like, oh, it's actually him under the mask.
Yeah.
It's a kid. Like, oh, that's creepy.
Creepy kids.
And then the way the ending plays out. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I wasn't expecting the opening.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I already knew, but I also watched this like this year, so you know.
Yeah, and it's funny because I feel like this movie is like, I think Carpenter usually, you know, a lot of horror movies go for cheap, like, boobs shots or whatever. But like, I think Carpenter generally is pretty good about like not overdoing it in his movies. Except Halloween, he kind of does overdo it.
It was just a slasher thing.
Yeah, it's the slasher thing.
Yeah.
But it is the movie that kind of established that slashers would be a little horny.
Yeah, my friend asked me today, actually, she's like, hey, I know you like movies. Can you tell me why there's like so many naked women in horror movies? And I was like, it's a slasher thing. I don't really know how to answer that question.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also the Italian films before that influenced slashers, like Dario Argento's movies.
Yeah.
I don't know when Suspiria came out.
That came out in I think that was 77, right? So it was
so it was like right before. But even before that, like, because Suspiria isn't super gratuitous. I think I honestly don't. I just watched it. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Halloween's a classic. The ending, the way it like shows all the empty environments once Michael Myers vanishes, like, dude, that's scary as heck. Like, I remember watching this movie for the first time and like, I remember being a little scared to go to bed. I was like, shit, that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, it's low budget masterpiece. Michael Myers is genuinely scary.
Yeah,
like it's just the filmmaking here is top notch.
Oh, for sure.
He's scary in this one, but then you watch the rest of them and you're like, man, that dude is not scary.
Yeah, that's the issue with this movie is the sequels like ruined it so hard.
Yeah.
But I'm not really familiar with the sequels.
I've only seen two that feature Michael Myers.
So. I've seen the remake sequel of the same name. And I didn't think it was very good.
The Rob Zombie one, or
no, 2018.
Oh, the remake.
No, I said
sequel.
remake sequel. Yeah, I guess it's a sequel. Yeah, because I don't really like it.
Because it's a sequel, but
yeah.
It's a sequel with the same name.
These movies are confusing.
I know, it's stupid.
It's a sequel, but without the existence of Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2.
Yeah.
I think the coolest. I just like how they don't show Michael Myers, like they show him through his like eyes, like first person view.
Yeah,
like you hear the breathing, but like you don't see him.
There's that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's William Shatner mask, but it's creepy.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It was the weirdest line in this whole movie is when you've got like the two kids that want to fuck and they're like leaving the car and they're like, oh, we'll rip, like, so it's like well, what if the kid is here? It's like we'll like do, it's like we'll get them, we'll rip them too or something. Like, it's weird. Like, they say something really weird about the kid. I don't remember exactly what it is. I just remember being like, what? So they're implying they'll like have sex with the kid as a threesome or they'll kill him. I don't remember what it was. It was just super weird.
Yeah.
But it's also like they're drunk and they're not making sense, I think, is kind of, you could argue, but whatever.
I think it's pretty great. He comes back with the ghost, like the bed sheets over him, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Isn't he wearing like glasses too?
Yeah, he's wearing glasses.
Like
he's wearing
mask,
glasses, a bed sheet, and yeah, it's just.
How can my guy Michael Myers see?
There's one of the best kills in the movie is in that house when he pins the kid to the wall or the
Oh yeah, that's
the
right. Yeah,
door,
yeah.
whatever.
The nun.
And then they redid. That's another reason why I don't like the Halloween 2018 because they're like, oh, we'll pay homage, we'll do that again. I'm like, yeah, but the first one's
not
better
the
because
same.
you made it way too dramatic. Like, it's like they do all these like it's like close up and like it's like no, the first one's great because he just like emerges from the shadows and it's all just wide angle and he just kills him. Like, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Nice. It's
Okay.
funny. I don't know. Oh, I remember what I said. It's funny. Yeah.
It's
I was
fun.
trying to remember what I said.
Yeah.
Exactly. Agreed.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot that.
All right. Yeah.
But I would put it in
Anything
B tier.
I'd put it
Yeah.
A. Very solid A. Okay, I think A. I'd put it. It's pretty much like tied with The Fog for me, so I definitely put it above In the Mouth of Madness and They Live.
Okay. And then
I think I'm okay with that there.
okay, that works because Sam had it in B.
I did.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. Body Bags. Haven't
This
seen
one's
it.
all you.
This is all yeah. So this is an anthology movie, and it is the thing about anthology movies is that some of them are good and some of them are not. So I think the I guess I don't know how much I should spoil. I'm like talking about the plot, so
It's okay.
I think
Spoil
the
the whole
first one is definitely the most interesting because it's the one that's basically like a slasher and it takes place in a gas station, and I think that just there's some great tension building and some interesting characters.
Was that one directed by Hooper or Carpenter?
I didn't actually check which ones were directed by who. So
I think Hooper directed one, and then Carpenter directed two. I want to say.
that's what I thought. But I can check that while I bring up Albert's comment. Is John Carpenter a better director or composer?
Dude, I know.
Ooh.
That's a good. I mean, I think it's both. Like, yeah, I think he's a better composer, honestly, because
all of his scores are just so good. Like he has some,
like you can't watch. Yeah, I think he's better because it's like, yeah, I think the fact that his scores are so good make him a better director. Like he wouldn't be the director he is without the scores. So. Yeah.
Also, just the fact that he can direct and compose a score, and they both are just so good, like that's impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy. He can do everything. That's and he even occasionally acts. Not really, but
I mean, he makes appearances.
He's great in Body Bags. He plays the coroner, and I think he's a great character. Like I think John Carpenter does it well. I can't find anything about.
You said Hooper, and my first thought was like Tom Hooper, and then I was like, wait.
Toby.
There's no way.
Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not
Cats.
The Cats director.
I can't find anything about who directed which segment, but I think it makes sense that Carpenter probably did the first one just because it's like a lot of tension atmosphere, and like just from watching Carpenter, that's a lot of what you get. The second segment is like about this guy who wants to grow hair, and because he's balding, and
I guess
there's some cool body horror because like he just starts growing hair like in every part of his body, but it's not great. It's not a great story. Yeah. And then the final one is basically Mark Hamill is the main guy. Yeah, and then he gets his eye replaced because he gets in a car accident, and then he starts seeing things from like who the eye used to belong to, and like a lot of like dead bodies and like stuff like that. So it's not.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's just a little lackluster, but still not a bad anthology. Like there are much worse anthology films, so I would put it in C tier.
Okay.
I mean, I can't,
Let's put it. Just don't put it above Vampires, please.
I will not. I'll put I'm okay with putting it above Village of the Damned though, because I already said I don't like that one as much. But
that one's also on Peacock, right?
That one
Yeah.
is on Tubi, which is where I watched it.
And
Peacock
it's also on Peacock as
TV.
well.
Okay.
I would
Yeah,
watch
it
it
is
on
on
Peacock because
That's
I
where I
think the
watched
Well, yeah.
quality is generally higher.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just checking like all the services. Tubi is the first one that shows up in like the order, but yeah, Peacock is also. That's how I watched
Yeah.
it. All right.
Dark Star, his directing debut. It's not good, but I loved it anyways.
Yeah, I'm just bored by it. It
was boring, but I loved it
it's
in
a
like
student
it was.
short film
Yeah.
But
stretched
it was
to
nice to
feature
see his like
length.
beginning.
Oh, for sure. I think it's really charming. Like as a directorial debut, it's like it's just really nice to see like how he like started as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Also, the beach ball alien.
Beach Ball Alien is great. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Kinda. Yeah. I can definitely see that.
But
yeah, I like the beach ball alien, and then I think the bomb number 20, or is that
yes,
the right number?
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
20.
I think that was like really interesting. It's like an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the beach ball. It's cute. It's funny. Benson, Arizona. You know, you get that. Benson, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
And it has better effects than Escape from LA.
True. That's true.
I mean, yeah.
That's like all I have to say. They like have to go to their frozen like captain or commander, whatever he is. That's kind of interesting, but not really. It goes on too long, like the rest of the movie.
But
there's
it's also it's the shortest, isn't it?
It is.
Probably. It's like 80 minutes long.
Yeah.
I mean, The Fog is also really short, but
yeah,
it's like
that one's 89.
The Fog is 80 minutes. So this one's 89.
No, The Fog is 89, and then Dark Star.
I thought The Fog was an hour.
I think Dark Star's like 70 something.
Okay, yeah, Dark Star is maybe a little bit, but I think The Fog's 80.
Oh, 83.
Oh, so I think The Fog's the shortest movie. Yeah.
I'd
also,
put it in
I guess
D for Dark Star.
I'd put it in F, but like or D. No. Yeah, we can take D.
Oh, I'd put it in D. Yeah.
D's
what were
fine.
you gonna say?
Oh, just the ending where he like has to convince
the word
not to kill them. The Fog is 89 minutes. My bad. I looked up because I was like, I thought it was 80, but okay, that makes more sense.
And yes, above the word.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Thing S tier in the very front.
The Thing, one of the greatest films ever made. Enough
Even
said.
one of my dad's favorite movies. I told him he should really put a top 4 in Letterboxd, and he did not listen to me. But he said if he did, he would probably put this movie on there.
Yeah, this thing is just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfectly constructed. Perfect characterization, gives you just enough. The dog acting is great.
Yeah.
Lots of explosions.
Great practical effects.
Yeah. The effects hold up.
Extremely
they make me feel sick, but they're awesome.
This was my first Carpenter movie.
This was my first movie too. Yeah.
The scene where the dogs get like taken over is just like oh gosh. Gut punch. And then like he jumps out and he like jumps on the guy and you're just again, great acting by dogs here.
Dogs.
Yeah, another really great scene with like practical effects is the defibrillator scene where, Banner is turning.
Or defibrillator. What is that?
When like
defibrillator. I don't know what that is.
On the table or whatever it's called, and like he, is like putting the defibrillator on his stomach.
Thing to make the heart.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
And there's so much suspense. This movie's great at creating suspense. It's like maybe one of the best endings of any movie.
Oh yeah,
where
they're just looking at each other and then you get like that final shot of just like the darkness, and then you get like the fiery what's left of it. I think so. Like the blood test scene is like
The blood testing.
that might be the best scene in like the entire movie. I don't know. It's
It's
Mhm.
great.
I mean it's hard to pick, but I think that's the best
Yeah,
one.
that's true.
Mhm.
It's perfect way to build tension. The
Yeah.
way they have the blood effects, like Rob Bottin just like went balls the fuck out. Like he
Yeah.
absolutely killed it. He was only this guy was like our age. Like when he worked on he was like
Yeah.
22 or 24.
Really?
So I think when he worked on he worked on The Fog was the first Carpenter movie he worked on, and I think he was 19 when he worked on The Fog. I'm about to look it up because I want to. He's super. Rob Bottin. He was born in 1959, so he would have been 23. He would have been like 22 when they shot the thing, or 21, 22. Yeah, crazy. Like he's our age making those effects. That's insane.
Yeah.
He's also worked on Paul Verhoeven films, and David Fincher films. So the guy has a good track record with effects for sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I got any. Oh, it also this. Yeah, and then the end of the blood test, he's like, "Can you untie me? Because I'd like to not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch." Like, it's a good tension reliever. It's funny, but also it doesn't like destroy any of the tension. Like, there's not a lot of humor, but well, there's enough humor that, and like none of it destroys the movie. Like when he is playing the chess computer and he like dumps his drink in there. It's like I like how it's just a machine for chess strictly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this movie is the dude's rock movie because there was not a single female on the set when they were
Yeah.
making this movie. That's why it's so good. Sorry.
Adrian Barbeau voices a computer, so
Yeah. But she wasn't on the set. That's the thing.
Maybe.
She wasn't on the set. Like, no, I think the dog was a guy too. Because I
Jed?
think they talked about it on the commentary. Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. They were like, "Yeah, there weren't any girls. There was all guys." They're like, "Yeah, it was all guys."
You know, gotta look up Jed. Let's see. Jed is a boy.
I know. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Jed. That's what his name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I mean, Sandy King Carpenter. I think I don't know if she worked on it because I don't think she started working with John until Starman. That was their first collaboration, maybe. But it was the one before, not Sandy King. Who was the other one? There is the other female that he dated before he married Adrian Barbeau that like was his collaborator, and she collaborated with him like well after. I'm about to look this up because now I want to know.
I don't know enough about Carpenter's personal life.
Yeah, no, it's just like a frequent collaborator. She would like write the scripts. What is it? It's
But we can all agree it's his best movie.
Yeah, it's his best movie. Put it S.
Put it S above Escape from New York.
Yeah, for sure. For the longest time I was like, oh, Deborah Hill, that's her name, Deborah Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know if she even worked on the thing actually, but yeah, she was another one of his frequent collaborators. But yeah, I think this whole movie is just a metaphor for the invasion of females and how they ruin
so true.
the perfect unity of the bros.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's why the sequel remake, which is actually a sequel, but it's like redoing.
Isn't it like a prequel?
Prequel.
It's a prequel. Yeah, sorry, it's a prequel, but there is a girl in it, so that's why it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
very
So
relatable.
true.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam, for agreeing with me. I didn't expect you to.
Some random person is gonna be listening to this and be like, Steven.
I mean, okay, I will say though, the fact that it's all guys, I think does kind of help, just because there's no like stupid, there's no like romantic.
If there had been any like romance
Yeah, there's no
line,
like,
that would have.
yeah, there's no like stupid like dumb like, because it makes it no one trusts each other because they're all just like guys doing their job.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And you know that if there had been even one woman in that cast, there would have been at least some sort of romantic subplot.
Yeah.
And like, even if it wasn't what like the writers or John Carpenter wanted, it would still like the studio would probably force them to have one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the prequel has one, or it doesn't. I don't know.
Oh no,
I haven't seen it, so I remember hearing that maybe it didn't. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I probably will never watch it. Maybe I'll watch it maybe out of curiosity, just one day.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Keith David is really good too. Keith David as Child.
Yeah.
Great
Oh yeah.
movie.
Keith David. Oh, we haven't even mentioned Keith David this whole time.
Yeah. No.
Dude.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned the fight earlier, but him and Roddy Piper, great. Yeah. Keith David's awesome. Love that guy, and he's he's great in everything. All the John Carpenter stuff he's in. He's also in Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier. Yeah, great voice actor.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because he's like, I think he went to Juilliard and like stuff like that, but then in They Live, he's like this like construction worker who doesn't have a whole lot of money and is kind of broke. And then like, he's actually this like smart guy. And then The Thing, I guess if we had to come up with flaws for The Thing, it's like why do they have a blowtorch, or it's not a blowtorch, a flamethrower. Like, I don't care because it's fucking awesome, but
doesn't matter.
And then the first time I watched it, I remember like having issues, like nitpicks, because I was like trying to be like, okay, don't fanboy over it. But like,
you can fanboy over The Thing.
I remember thinking like, there's the scene where it's like when they're down in the basement or the cellar, whatever it is, and like the one guy, he just like walks off. It's like, what are you doing, you stupid idiot? But I don't know. Maybe he was just accepting his fate. Like, I really don't know. Like, it's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me, but I just don't care at all. Like, who cares? It's so good. Yeah. I think we've said enough here. We could say more, but a lot is this movie's been talked about quite a bit, so I don't think we have much to add.
Yeah.
All right. Then
Wait,
we got
an ad.
Oh, okay. It's just scrolled down. If you scroll up, it's
it just like it just went to the bottom of
I was like, oh no.
The video started playing. So.
Yeah.
Colin saying composer as well.
I think it is composer. Well, okay. I actually have to mention The Thing. Here's why it's one of the best movies. Yeah. So you have the best director, the best composer, the best cinematographer, the best A-lister. Like, it's the best, one of the best, I don't know if I'd say best. One of the best supporting. He hasn't really had any scores that suck. Yeah, even Ghosts of Mars score is like not good, but it's there. Like, it's not bad.
It's not
bad.
The Ward does not. The Ward score is weird because
I don't remember
it's way too much like weird singy song girlness. And, like that girl voice just is way too generic and weird. And I'm like, I need the synth. There's like no synth, but it still has the creepy. Like, it kind of is. Carpenter's reasoning for not composing the score is that he was too old. It's like,
come on.
Okay.
Now that I've actually finished his filmography, I'm really tempted to buy that $40 vinyl of his like movie thing.
Yeah, dude, that album of like all of his
Like
themes
the
is so good.
anthology.
I want to see him live so bad. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. We got to make a trip, see him
Of
live
course,
if he ever
yeah.
tours again.
Mhm.
I
If he
think he
ever
probably,
does.
yeah, he did in 2018,
Ooh,
and he's still making music. Like he seems to enjoy that a lot more now than he ever enjoyed directing. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
um, well,
One more movie.
All right.
one
Well,
more.
let's get
Final.
into our final Carpenter movie, Assault on Precinct 13.
The one that started it all, I guess, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that this is okay. I mean, this was not like one of the first movies I watched, but this is the first movie I saw a scene from a very long time ago.
Yeah. You've
When
told
my
me
dad
this.
was like, yeah, when my dad was like, hey, this funny scene, haha, funny. It was the scene when the girl gets shot when she's trying to get ice cream.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And so, like, I spent so long
Yeah, I
trying to
guess
figure out, like,
spoilers.
what movie that, yeah, spoilers. I spent so long trying to find out
I
what
mean, we've
movie
been
that was
spoiling this
from.
whole time, but
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if Colin's still watching or not.
That's true.
But yeah, when I watched this movie and saw that scene, I was like, oh my god. Memories.
Yeah,
Nostalgia.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, this one just hits you like an atom bomb. It's just boom. And the score, oh, dude.
The
I mean,
score.
this is probably. I mean, it's hard to pick which one is the best, but this one is like top 3, maybe. I'm top 5. We'll say top 5 because it. I don't know. I might be top 3, and it's like Escape from New York, Prince of Darkness, Halloween, and this, and are probably the 4 best. Christine maybe number 5. Big
There's
Trouble's
great
also.
soundtrack too. But
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Christine's score is really good too, though. Like that's. I'd say, yeah, if we're gonna rank scores, this is up there. Yeah,
uh-huh.
I mean that theme is just so good. The
Yeah. Now that you sing it, I remember that. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also tend to listen to like his music nonstop, so like I know all of his scores pretty well now. Yeah, you guys.
That
follow me on
Spotify Friends activity.
Yeah.
It's always just you listening to the John Carpenter anthology.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it all.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Napoleon Wilson.
Napoleon Wilson. Great. Yeah, great character.
He was, well, I mean, the actor was in Eraserhead.
Yeah.
I got really excited when I saw him. I was like, hey.
I think isn't he Paul?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because the guy's like, okay, Paul. And
because
like,
I saw
think it's
Paul
Napoleon
and I was like, wait, he's so familiar. Is he like Napoleon in Assault on Precinct 13? So obviously I open up IMDb immediately and I was like, it is.
Oh.
And then you have Tony Burton from Rocky, the Rocky franchise, is in this.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo's trainer who became Rocky's trainer. Yeah, this guy. Cool. And then, great cast. Everyone's a badass here. Also,
true.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like mixed race in like 76, I think is pretty cool. I mean, wasn't normal, I think, in that time period. And the cop is black, like that's cool. And the prisoner is white, like, that's not common. And it's cool. Because everyone here is just like a person, like, there's no like, it's everyone just like they put aside their differences and all just come together. And
exactly.
And then you get that final shot, or not final shot, but one of the last shots where the smoke clears up and it's just like the 3 of them left. Just like, oh, yeah, let's go. That's so cool. And then you find and then he stands up for Napoleon at the end. He's like, hey, like, don't take him back just yet. Like, let's talk about this. And then that final shot, they just walk up the stairs. It's great. What an ending.
Yeah.
And the windows shattering. Very, very cool.
Yeah, no,
I would put it in B tier, but I have a little bit from there.
I would put it in S.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I'm like it's like S or the highest A. So
No. Starman.
it's definitely above Starman.
No.
It's got to go above Starman.
But I put it in B tier, so
Yeah,
Well-
no, we're still putting because that's 2 S's.
2 S's. Yeah.
I
yeah,
still
but the B
think
tier
that's
takes
two
it
people.
down. But
Two people think it's better than Starman.
no, he
I
didn't
think
say
it's
it was
better.
better
I
than
would put it-
Starman.
I do
I'd
think
put it
it's better than Starman.
I would put it above all of I'd put it above all the movies in A except for maybe like Big Trouble in Little China, but honestly though, it's up there. It's an S. So we'll put it at A,
Hmm.
high A.
But
Yeah, we'll put it at high A
Starman-
cuz 2 S's and a B.
But Starman,
Yeah, that-
no.
I'm sorry,
no.
Starman.
No.
I think you fought the fight.
But
Wait,
you
Matt,
couldn't beat
because-
up. Yeah.
Matthew, you had Starman at A, right? Or
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
okay. I think that's
It
fair
should
then.
be an S where it deserves.
Just because
I think-
it starts with S doesn't mean it's an S tier movie.
So it's one of my favorite movies, so
Yeah,
second best Carpenter movie.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, no, I love it too. So
So then
As I
S
said-
tier.
and
But-
everything from okay, we only have one B. That's why
Yeah.
I think
I know,
vampires
so we should put
be
Assault.
B. No, we should put vampires at B.
You know, I can concede. I can live with vampires at B.
Yeah,
Vampires
but I can't
at
live
B.
with.
Yes,
I can't live
vampires
with
at
Assault on
B.
Precinct 13 being above
Yay, we
Star-
put vampires at B.
Put
Let's go.
Starman and Assault on Precinct 13, please. That is the one thing I would appreciate. I would love that if that happened.
But I
That'd
don't
be
want
cool.
that. I don't think we can do that, Sam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I put it at B, so
But-
that should at least
But Sam is like very strong about Starman. That's another thing. It's like
I am very
you guys gave me vampires, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I mainly put vampires at B because I didn't want Christine to be the only B.
What we can move an A down just so it's not all
Yeah,
like,
Assault on Precinct 13.
No.
Or Halloween.
I don't.
No.
The thing is, I don't think any of you want to. I don't think any of us really want to move. They live. Well, I would be willing.
Halloween.
The issue is, no, I can't put anything. They live is the only one I could maybe do, but you guys don't want to put it on B.
We can put They
Oh,
Live in B if we put
that's
Starman above
B.
Assault on Precinct 13.
No, definitely not. I'm okay with this. I'm okay.
Well,
with
this is
I
okay.
am not okay with
This
it.
is a good list. This is a good list.
No, it's not. Starman should be above Assault on Precinct.
Are you kidding? Okay, listen. Actually, hold on. This list turned out pretty well, all things
Actually,
considered.
Starman should
Like,
be in D tier. I hate Starman.
Actually, Starman is the worst movie ever made. It's worse than Escape from LA and The Ward.
I actually think Assault on Precinct 13 is an F tier.
Yeah, okay. So we're looking at this list now. I actually am pretty pleased with how it turned out.
I'm not.
Starman is still
I mean,
at the top. It's not like
Starman is an A. It's top
Yeah.
5. I don't know why you're complaining.
Because I was able to somehow keep it there for most of this episode, and then the very last movie.
I'm trying to think what else. Okay, I would generally though, like, if we could just move, like, I guess it's more the bottom is where I'm a little messy, but like it's also the bottom, so who cares? I mean, I think generally this is a pretty good list. It's just, I mean, we're gonna disagree on stuff.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but Starman is good, but I mean, the fact that it's above Big Trouble in Little China is pretty important.
I mean, I'm
It's
okay with
a
it.
win for you guys. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll move. Maybe one day Starman will move up to S. Maybe it'll be.
It already.
Well, let's put Starman above The Thing.
Yeah.
It either goes above The Thing or it goes below
Okay, I'll
Escape
put it
from
above
LA.
the thing. I'll put it above the thing.
No, no one wants to put it above The Thing.
You know what?
I'll put it right
I
behind
changed my
the
mind.
thing.
I actually want Starman to be above The Thing.
I'll put Starman between the thing and Escape from New York.
Well, that's at that point. That's just your personal list. Hold on.
That
Okay,
is my
so
personal. Escape from New York would not be in my top 3 because you know that Prince of Darkness is my number 3.
is Escape from New York your number 4?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure The
Oh.
Fog is my number 4. Can I just say my personal list?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
go
I
for it.
was gonna say we should go around after after we
we can do
finalize
that.
this, we can
Oh,
go
well,
around.
okay, then not yet because I'm not finalizing it.
Okay. I think it's finalized. I think it's yeah. I know Sam's like, I'm gonna get Starman to the top of A, but I don't know, because Assault on Precinct 13 is like just a killer.
It is.
I mean,
It's
I'm
just
not
like
saying it's
one
not
location
good,
and like
but,
right.
but Starman.
I mean, Starman is nice. Starman is nice, but no.
My Wi-Fi
Yeah, I don't-
protested you guys not putting Starman above Assault on Precinct 13.
You know what? I think you'd have Owen on your side here, because he doesn't like Assault on Precinct
Call
13.
Owen.
I don't know if
Owen
Owen's
get in
seen
the stream,
Starman.
He probably has because it's movie
He
club.
has not. He's seen part of it.
Oh. Whoa.
And then he took a nap instead of finishing it before movie club, and I don't think he's picked it up since then. So
Okay. So maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't like it.
Maybe he
much.
thought it was so boring he fell
Yeah.
asleep.
or maybe he just
I can't.
had stuff, and so he got tired because of all the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Alrighty. Cool.
All right. So,
Well,
is this our final list?
yep. Vampires
Alright.
at Beat, baby. Let's go.
At the bottom of F, we got Escape from LA, and then we have Ghosts of Mars. In bottom of D, we have The Ward, Dark Star, and Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Bottom of C, we have Village of the Damned and Body Bags. Bottom of B is Vampires, and then Christine. And then bottom of A, we have They Live, then In the Mouth of Madness, and Halloween, then The Fog, then Big Trouble in Little China, and Starman, and then Assault on Precinct 13. And at the bottom of S, we have Prince of Darkness, then Escape from New York, and then The Thing. So, now that we have our group ranking,
I'm gonna read the actual ranking of Carpenter movies. So
Actual. Gosh.
yeah, the actual ranking
Go
according
ahead.
to me. All right.
Mhm.
1, The Thing. 2, Starman. 3, Prince of Darkness. 4, Fog. 5, They Live. 6, Escape.
Wait.
You're cutting out a lot.
You're cutting out. Hold on.
We missed
Redo
four.
from Prince. It's because the Wi-Fi doesn't like that you put
Oh,
Starman
yeah.
so high. I guess. I don't
No,
know.
the Wi-Fi
Okay,
doesn't like
Prince
that
of
you asked
Darkness.
them.
So 3, Prince of Darkness. 4 is
Okay. The Fog.
The Fog.
5, They Live. 6, Escape from New York. 7, Assault on Precinct 13. 8, In the Mouth of Madness. 9, Christine. 10, Big Trouble in Little China. 11, Halloween. 12, Vampires. 13, The Ward. 14, Village of the Damned. 15, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. 16, Dark Star. 17, Escape from LA. And 18, Ghosts of Mars.
Dang, that's you put Halloween lower than I thought you would. Interesting.
Yeah. Like,
respect.
that's why I was like, I don't think it should be A tier, but I get why people think it should be. But...
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you know what though? Like, honestly, wait, Matthew. Okay, I know we
Yeah.
finalized the list, but we didn't really talk about the other stuff because we were so concerned with Starman. Okay. You had didn't you? You haven't. What did you have Halloween at? You had it A
I had S.
S.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, yeah,
Mhm.
we keep it that way. I didn't realize. I wasn't sure if you had, because if you had it in A, I might have been like, oh, we can bump in the Mouth of
Yeah,
Madness
no.
up, because
Okay.
I think I'd still prefer Halloween over it. But okay,
Okay.
cool.
All right. I guess I'll read my ranking from I haven't seen In the Mouth of Madness, but I've seen Body Bags. So number 18 is Ghosts of Mars. Number 17 is Escape from LA. Number 16 is Village of the Damned. 15 is Body Bags. 14 is Dark Star. 13 is The Ward. 12 is Vampires. 11 is Memoirs of an Invisible Man. 10 is Big Trouble in Little China. 9 is The Fog. 8 is Prince of Darkness. 7 is They Live. 6 is Starman. 5 is Christine. 4 is Halloween. 3 is Assault on Precinct 13. 2 is Escape from New York. And 1 is The Thing.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize you would have Dark Star so high. All right, so my list. At 18, I have The Ward. 17, I have Dark Star. You know, he started and ended his career as poorly as he started and ended Halloween. 16, I have Escape from LA. 15, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. 14, Ghosts of Mars. 13, Village of the Damned. 12, Vampires. 11, Christine. 10, They Live. And wow, yeah, this is just, it proves how good his movies are, because like they're all so good from Vampires onward, or Christine onward, I guess. I said They Live 10, and then Starman 9, In the Mouth of Madness 8, Halloween 7, The Fog 6, Assault on Precinct 13 5, Big Trouble in Little China 4, Prince of Darkness 3, Escape from New York 2, The Thing 1. So, yeah, cool. Awesome.
Great.
Mhm.
All right.
I will say, all right. Nice.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna wrap everything up. Thank you to people who watch this, people who are in the live chat, or are gonna watch this later on, and
Or
then
our listeners.
yeah, and to our audio listeners, we are on
Yeah.
the most popular platforms, so just give us a listen and give us a rating and review.
Yeah. Talk about how amazing we are with our content, and watch some John Carpenter movies.
Yes, definitely
Watch
recommend.
actually.
Yeah, if you haven't seen all of his filmography, maybe you shouldn't be watching this, but you can skip a few, of course, but
That's true. But
anything from 76 to 88 is guaranteed good.
yeah, no, I mean, this is a very top heavy list, and just shows how great Carpenter's film is.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the issue I was running into. Like, I don't want to put everything at the top, but they all are that good, so you have to.
And we got our orange cat counter at 0 today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single orange cat. That's surprising that Sam likes
Very
John Carpenter at all.
Yeah.
And then next week we got top 10 80s horror. There's no date yet, but yeah.
Ooh,
So
that should be a fun one.
Yeah.
I hope to see a couple of these on here that'll be on there.
There will be. There will be a couple of these because I'm on there. So
yeah,
there will be like 2 at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say there needs to be at least 2. Hopefully, maybe even 3.
It's
awesome.
Very likely that they will be on my list.
I've seen that many 80s. So,
So, all right. Well, that's it. We will
All right.
see you next time.
and
See
goodbye
you
to our
guys.
audio people
Yes. Adios.
that can't see us leaving.